Good morning. This is Uthred Ronaldson for my vlog number 3 for the World of Conflict of Nations World War 3, and I'm currently on day 9 for game number 4043040. So last night when I posted my vlog, it was only around 13 hours, I guess, or around 15 hours since the last time that I posted my last vlog. Okay, so yep, vlog number 2. I was able to conquer the whole of Pakistan. Okay, so let me check the cities first if they are all pacified now. So Karachi is now pacified, as well as Hyderabad, Multan, Islamabad, and Peshawar. So Pakistan is all mine. So threats of no more threats of rebellion. So we're gonna proceed now to our preparation phase for our Indian invasion. But aside from just like what I said, we are going to annex the city of Hyderabad, and since Afghanistan is a landlocked country, it has no navy, it has no access to the sea. So I'm going to annex this city of Hyderabad and take advantage of the rare minerals production here. So when you annex a city, what's gonna happen is you will be able to unlock its mobilization. So you will be able to mobilize units on that city. Plus, it adds another 25% to your city resources. So, so that's what's gonna happen. So, the production of the materials in those cities will not be as good as your core cities, but at least it has an additional 25%. Plus, if you improve your arms industry, then your resources will definitely improve. So there, let's start this. It's gonna take 18 hours before or 22 hours and 18 minutes to complete the annexation of Hyderabad. And then once we're done with that, we will upgrade our naval base here, because we are planning to produce. So either I'm going to produce a frigate or a destroyer, but that will depend on the resources. For the meantime, since I don't have any naval threat, so I'm not gonna build any ships yet. So I'm just gonna use Hyderabad for my rare minerals improvement production. Okay, so let me take them home so they can replenish life. So here's my 13 fighter wing. It's composed of um, two strike fighters and three air superiority fighters. So these are my air force. So just so you know, in case you don't know yet, air superiority fighters are only good against um, airplanes. So they are your uh, counter against other aircrafts. Okay, so they are your fighters. So if you will see the stats here, the attack and defense percentage or points is higher compared to the attack and defense on the ground troops, like infantry here and armored units here. It's more powerful against fighter aircrafts, bombers, and also against rotary wing targets like gunships and transport helicopters. On the other hand, the strike fighter, this one is better against um, ground targets like infantry, towed artillery. It's also good against hard targets like AFVs, tanks, and other vehicles. So that's where the strike fighter comes in. Um, so what I do is I stack five of them together as protection against aircraft, and so that they can also bomb land units, and that's how I conquered Pakistan. And at the moment, we're still continuously building um, airplanes here. My goal is to build um, two fighter wings before I strike against India, but it will still depend. So if you check on the uh, scoreboard here, so we're still the sixth player with 12 cities. Number one is still United Kingdom, and then second is United States, and then Kenya. Okay. Now let's check the surroundings. Let's check other countries here and what's going on around the world. So Iran is on the move, and it's conquering its neighbor Turkmenistan. And so far, it's progressing, and he's getting close to Ashgabat there. And Turkey is now out of the Middle Eastern coalition, and it's now controlled by bots. So there's a coup that happened, and now the leader has been overthrown, and they are now out of the coalition. So Australia is still doing good, swallowing up Indonesia. So Indonesia will be gone in a few days. So this will take probably more than a week to finish. It depends because Indonesia is an island country, and it's difficult to conquer islands. So you have to embark and disembark, and that usually takes time. And then Myanmar. So I'm actually monitoring these countries because these countries are close to me, and like what we did, like what we checked yesterday, Australia is also a good player. A newbie, but somehow he knows how to use his brain. Now let's check the events. So population increase in Herat, population level increase in Jalalabad, increase also in Kunduz. Our research for seasoned veteran has been completed, so we can now recruit our seasoned veteran. Um, I'm not sure if that's the infantry or if that's the fixed wing officer, but let's check later. So we have another strike fighter mobilized in Kabul, and then another National Guard in Kandahar. Population level in Kandahar also increased, as well as in Kabul. So I now have 2,600 manpower. So I'm still trying to conserve it, and let's see. The reason why I don't want to build a lot of recruitment centers because later on in the late games, your manpower will increase too much to the point that there's no more use. So I don't want to waste resources building recruitment centers early game, mainly because um, you're not gonna use them on the later games. So you just really have to manage. In fact, if you build recruitment centers all over, and if you upgrade them, you won't have enough resources to recruit the troops. So it doesn't make sense. It won't make sense if if you have a lot of manpower but has no resources to build those troops. So you have to strike a balance there. So for the meantime, I'm still in good shape because I have 4,200 supplies. I have 4,900 components. My fuel supply is high. I'm not gonna upgrade any uh, fuel supply arms industry because fuel is not really in demand here as a resource. So level one. Actually, I don't need to build an arms industry here. So what I need to improve are my electronics as well as my rare materials production. But so far, I'm not. I'm in good shape. So one project at a time. So Hyderabad is a good annexation option. So there. Now let me check the news here. So Myanmar and Indonesia at war. So okay, of course Myanmar is winning. I'm not sure if Indonesia is even active right now, but um, he still has two cities, two, three, three cities left, and he also has the whole of Sabah. So he still can win this definitely. But if I was playing this, I can definitely take advantage of the mountainous terrain here in Sabah. Hold off for a little while making allies. So this can still be done as long as you have cities. So military unit annihilated in Ford. First Infantry Battalion or has been destroyed by 6th Tank Battalion. Okay, so the United Kingdom already has tanks. And okay, Mali lost units. Angola declares war on Cameroon. Okay, so another war ongoing right now in Africa. So let's check the whole map of Africa here. Angola is at the bottom. Cameroon. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Africa is always a uh some of the players that I've talked to, um, especially from my previous game, Japan. I made a friend there, Rowell. He's a good player, but he said that most of the winning countries are from Africa, mainly because it's in the center, and I guess it's rich in resources. Although I'm really not sure if that can be validated. I'm not yet sure if that's the case because this is only my third game. But so far, based on his information, based on the previous game, yes, Africa can be a formidable. If Africa will be united into one coalition or will be controlled by one player, then it is going to be a formidable um, opponent because Africa has lots of resources, and yeah, that's it's like a big island. So yeah, you can take it. If you conquer the whole continent of Africa, you will be very powerful. Okay, Australia and Indonesia still has an ongoing war. Okay, Libya lost a unit against Egypt, and that's still a war ongoing right now. Chad and Cameroon also at war. Angola, Mongolia, and China at war also. So most of the enemies of China are losing more troops than them. But of course, if you are up against two countries, you won't win against them. I mean, it's difficult to win against two countries. Though I won against eight. So yeah, it depends. So Cuba is at war against Bermuda. Okay, so capturing small states. Mali and France is at war. Okay, so let's see. So this is a coalition, NATO coalition against Mali. So the Europeans are now um, trying to dominate Europe here. So let's see what the European countries will do. Um, the strong nations in Europe will be Kenya and Libya, but these nations doesn't have any coalitions yet. Okay, so I guess I think they're like me, but let's check their stats. So Kenya, um, J the J the fit J the fit ST is 1.87, rank 16, 1.87 kill death ratio. So this is also good with 15 games and no victory. So when it comes to kill death ratio, yeah, he's better than most. He's more than one, but he has no wins yet. So I'm not sure why. Let's check Libya. So Libya is new player 999, 0.59 kill death ratio, so not that good, but he is an experienced. He had lots of fights. Started last May. Okay, 65 games with no wins. So yeah, I don't think that's gonna be a competition against NATO. They won't be able to take on NATO here. So I think in the long term, we'll have to see Africa in the hands of the NATO nations. But this is surprising too because Spain and France, so let's check. So Spain is no longer a member of NATO. Okay. So I'm not sure what happened here. I'm not sure if Spain left. Okay. Let's go back. Okay, so Spain. Oh, so there's a military coup in Spain. So Spain is no longer active and will be controlled by his military, uh, by his subalterns until his return. So there. So that's what happened. That's what usually happens because sometimes you will think that you are already strong enough, that you have lots of strong, or that your coalition is the strongest. But soon, some of the players, your co-players, will leave the game. Uh, so the way I look at it, I look at it in the real world perspective, right? Because let's say if your country is strong, you have a strong leader, but that leader dies, you know, of course, um, that country may not sustain the power or may not sustain the victory because another player dies. So just like in this situation, so if we're gonna put this in a real world perspective, we can say that the Spanish leader have died and its people decided to withdraw from NATO. The new government decided to withdraw in NATO. So that's how I look at it. So there. So Spain is no longer part of NATO. It's early to decide yet what's the impact of that. But of course, definitely, um, they are still the strongest coalition in the world, followed by the Middle East. But both of those coalitions lost players. So let's see. Let's see what's gonna happen. And then moving on. Okay. So Romania is actively engaging in war, and he is in war against Serbia right now. So let's see what type of unit he is using here. Oh, maybe later. Yeah, let's see 7.3. Okay. Okay, United States and Peru currently at war. United States and Mexico. Let's check what how United States is doing here. So current Canada is now controlled by the bot. Uh, so he doesn't have to worry about Canada anymore. But okay, so United States is pretty much successful in conquering Mexico. So it's just gonna be a matter of time and before all of Mexico will be in his hands. But he started his war early um, against Peru. So right now he had taken Lima and its suburbs, and his troops are now uh, in the at the borders of Arequipa. So let's see how Peru will manage this. So Peru is part of the Southern American coalition here. So let's see and check if his coalition, Argentina and Chile, will help. So let's see. So the United States becoming too aggressive here. Let's check the profile, the user profile. So the United States joined April 5, 2021. So same month as mine. His kill death ratio is 1.19. Okay, pretty decent. But again, I'm not okay with having multiple wars at the same time, not unless it's brought up against your will, or um, if it is necessary to go to that war. But yeah, he's almost done with Mexico though. So let's go back to the news. Okay. So world's largest economy. So number one is the United States with 25,000 tons, and then United Kingdom with 21,000 tons. France, Japan, Poland. Okay, so the first top three. Then Japan and Poland is also getting strong, as well as Turkey. So Myanmar has a bigger economy than Afghanistan, which is at 12th place. So I don't really expect to be in the top spot when it comes to economies, since we are a small nation here. But definitely that will gradually improve, because I also believe in strong economy. You cannot win in this game if you have a poor economy. So to improve your economy, you have to build arms industry. At the same time, you have to conquer additional territories or additional cities. Okay, so there you go. So I'm not gonna attack India yet. I'm gonna wait for uh, probably I'm gonna prepare for tonight. I'll see how I'm gonna attack this. But I'm gonna start the attack on my next vlog. So I'm gonna show uh, the true movement and the directions that I'm gonna take. Uh, but basically, what I'm gonna do is I'll have to stack my troops here, and so maybe we can start the process already. So I'm gonna stack them here in Hyderabad. So I'm gonna create three forces here, or I think it's just gonna be two. But I can also descend from here. But um, if I do that, it will be stuck there. So I think just one infantry will do the trick here. So I'm gonna send one to occupy this Indian province. I'm gonna send one National Guard. So here's gonna be my plan. So I'm gonna gather two armies. Okay. So I'm gonna gather two armies, one in Maltan and then one in Hyderabad. The army in Hyderabad, the goal of that army will march to Ahmedabad all the way to Mumbai. So we're gonna capture Mumbai and then we're gonna rest there. So we're not gonna push all the way to, but that army, the Southern Army, will be, its task will be to capture four cities here. That's Ahmedabad, Mumbai, Hyderabad, and Bangalore. So that's gonna be their task to capture the four cities here. Myanmar is also in the march, capturing Kolkata, and is now already captured Dumka also. So it's definitely gonna go and push to the southern part of the subcontinent. So we're gonna have to uh, march all the way up, all the way down here. And then my northern army, the one that I'm gonna assemble in Malton, its task will be to capture the cities of New Delhi and Jaipur. So there. So I think those are the cities that I will be able to capture. My southern cities, if it's not gonna be able to capture Bangalore and Hyderabad, at least I'm gonna secure Mumbai and Ahmedabad. So I'm not sure because Myanmar is currently at war with two countries. So I'm not sure how quick Myanmar will be able to overrun and capture the cities here in Bangalore and Hyderabad. So sorry about that. Next time I'll try to learn how to turn off my notifications. There, so okay. So let me check the range of my planes here. So my planes can actually reach um, Mumbai and Ahmedabad only, but will be unable to reach Bangalore. So because of that, we're gonna have to build another um, air base, possibly here in Multan, so I can reach the cities of Hyderabad and Bangalore. So let's build that air base here. There you go. Plus, let's start assembling the troops. So I think I'm just gonna leave one uh, army there. I mean one battalion, and then the rest will go to Multan. Um, Mind you, all the ground troops I have are either motorized infantry or National Guards. So I don't have tanks, I don't have artilleries, but I have 7 airplanes. So I have 7 airplanes with striker, with the level 2 striker. So I can honestly say that that army is already formidable. So let's see. The army here in Jalalabad needs to go down to uh, Multan. So I'm assembling all my forces. The only garrison cities that I have will be Peshawar, Kunduz, and Mazari Sharif. So I think I'll have to leave a garrison also in Islamabad, just in case. someone attacks that city. Anyway, I have lots of I have lots of infantries here. Uh, so yeah, I don't mind leaving some garrison in my cities. So so I'm gonna have um, 3, 4 plus 6. So I'm gonna have 10 units of infantry in Maltan ready within 24 hours. And then I'm gonna have 4, 5, 6. And then I'm gonna send my troops from Kandahar down here. So I'm gonna have 9 for my southern army there. So Iran is still busy with his war against Turkmenistan, so I don't have to worry about him too much. So there, so my troops are on the move now, um, getting ready for my second conquest, which will be India. So, okay, again, I'll have two armies. The northern one will take Jaipur and New Delhi, and the southern one will task will is to take those four nations here. So I'm a flexible general, so definitely um, definitely if I think that I'm gonna have to send some troops south, then I will do that to reinforce my southern army. But okay, so I'm all set. I'm gonna go back and update you guys tomorrow. So probably by tomorrow I'm gonna start my attack against India on my next vlog. I'm gonna start sending my troops. So for the meantime, so I may also it depends. I'm not in a rush, so yeah, I'm gonna settle my forces for first before I attack. So there. So I'll see you again tomorrow, guys. And adios.